This AI workflow automatically posts your content to 9 different social platforms at once, hourly or daily, however much you want. So as you can see here, we can do TikTok, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Threads, Blue Sky, Pinterest, all at once. This is especially useful because if you've seen these Bigfoot vlogs on TikTok or YouTube, they have been absolutely killing it. As you can see, 2.3 million views, millions of views here, as you can see. And Blotato can automate that process. So in this video, this is a completely free template you can download in the description. I'm going to show you how you can automate your own content or how you can set this up for any workflow you have in n8n that's automatically producing content for you. So this one is one you can find on my channel as well. This one produces these Bigfoot vlogs automatically. You can find the guide to that on my channel if you want. But if you have any kind of workflow in n8n that's already producing content, you can hook up Blotato to automatically post it to 9 platforms to increase your reach. Currently, this one is just only to YouTube, but when you hook up Blotato, you can post to 9 at once. So I'm going to show you it in action right now. I'm just going to post to TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, but just a quick peek into Blotato here. You can connect to all of these accounts super easily. I'm just going to post to these 3. So if we execute this workflow, I have this Google Sheet here, which I've set up with all of my content. As you can see, it's going to upload to the Blotato server and then automatically post it to all of the platforms of my choice. Then it's going to update the sheet. So this is the sheet that was used. So you have your file, the status. As you can see, it was switched to posted. So it will go down through the sheet as it posts them, however often you want, so it doesn't duplicate and post the same thing over and over. And then you have the title that you want and the caption that you want. And again, this is AI automatable as well. So now that it's done that, let's actually check our accounts now. So I've just made this account for a clone video of me. And there is our video that's just been posted. So I posted this one yesterday, as you can see. And what you'll notice is it didn't get shadow banned. So if you don't know what a shadow ban is, it's when you post and you get literally 0 views, like 0. Now, typically these platforms, especially TikTok, will shadow ban you if you post from an API because they want authentic, real actions taking place. They don't want bots. However, Blotato has a trusted API, and so that's why it can automatically post to platforms with no problem and still get reach. Let's check our Instagram here. This one, again, posted yesterday. There it is. Next video. And YouTube. There is our YouTube short posted. Now, as you can see on this channel here, there is a join button right here, which means this channel is eligible for ad revenue. So this proves that the channel is in the YouTube Partner Program and it's being monetized. This kind of AI content. It doesn't matter because it's authentic. It's not getting demonetized by the new policies. And if we look at the TikTok here as well, his videos are over 1 minute long. So he can qualify for ad revenue for that. And he also has the link in his bio to monetize further with that as well. So you can monetize your automated content, if that makes sense. And it doesn't matter what it is, if it's the Bigfoot workflow from my channel that you can build or your own content that you just want to post faster. Okay. So Blotato has a free trial. So you can go on there, you can create AI content, do all sorts of stuff. And then once you're ready, there is the starter. So you get 20 social media accounts with the starter. And on creator, you get 40. So you can post to 9 social platforms, but let's say you want 40 Instagram accounts. You can have 40 different n8n workflows all at once, posting to 40 different Instagram accounts. Because look, if we go back here, Instagram, all you have to do, you can just switch between accounts. So what you could do is you can go like this, Control C, and then now you have this here ready to go, posting content for you. Or again, you can connect your own workflow to it, whatever. And if you have multiple of these, you just paste a bunch of them and you have all of your accounts hooked up. Now you've essentially got a system that's posting to multiple accounts for you without, you don't need to pick up your phone, and it's just automatically posting. So that's Blotato. It's pretty awesome. There's a link in the description to start using that, and you can start your 7-day free trial of Blotato. But keep in mind, the API is only for paid users, because if it was a free trial for everybody, then anyone can flood the API, and that would decrease the trust in the API to the platforms, which is unideal, because then when you post videos through the API, they can be shadow banned. So that's why they aren't shadow banned, because it's not spammed, if that makes sense. Okay, so now I'm going to walk you through the 2 ways that you can do this, so you can have your content already in a spreadsheet, put there by a workflow, or just put in there manually. And then I'm also going to walk you through, if you have some kind of content workflow already, either from my channel or from one that you've made, you can connect that to Blotato as well to post to 9 platforms, right? So this is the Bigfoot one, and this is the AI clone one from my channel. So first, we're going to walk through how to do it from a spreadsheet, and then we're going to walk through how to connect it to any content workflow to automatically post to 9 platforms. Okay, so before you import the free template, you need to make sure to enable a setting, which I'm going to show you, because otherwise, when you try and import these nodes, they're community nodes and they won't connect or show up properly. So once you're on n8n, come over here to the admin panel on the left. Click there. Okay, I got to save my workflow. Click on the admin panel. Click this little settings right here, and then turn on verified community nodes, and then save your changes. Okay. Now I'm going to come back to dashboard and open it up. So now, as you can see, if we come here to plus and we search Blotato, you have to click here, and then you should have some kind of install button. As you can see, I've already installed it. Try adding in one of the nodes just to see that it works. And as you can see here with the little pink logo, it has worked and uploaded to n8n. Okay, so I'm here on my school to download the workflow. You can download the workflow for free in the description. There is a Google Drive link, so you can download the JSON, so you can import it into n8n. So yeah, there's a link down there to download it in the description as well. Okay, so if we just download this here. Now, once you've downloaded it, all you have to do is come up here, import from file, click on what you downloaded, and click open. Then, got a lot of workflows on this. Move those out of the way to not confuse us. This is what it should look like, okay? So, step 1, in the description, there is also a Google Sheet example template, okay? So when you click that link, it will look something like this. So I've got some Google Drive links on here as examples. And what you want to do is, once you click on the link, come here, go to File, make a copy, and then name it whatever you want. This is so that you have your own sheet that you have access to, because this one is just view only, so that anyone can duplicate it and it doesn't get changed. So once you make a copy, now you will have your own Google Sheet, okay? So here we have the links for the content, the status, the title, and the caption. So I've already connected it, but what you want to do is, if you haven't already connected your Google account to n8n, is come up here to credential to connect with. Click here, create new credential, and then sign in with Google. So just sign in with the same account that you're using the spreadsheet on. All right, then Google Sheets will be authenticated. From there, just come here to document and select the document, whatever you named it when you made the copy. Select the document there. And then, yep, sheet 1. And then in here, you can leave everything else as is. And if it doesn't look the same, then just make sure you have all of these options, right? Return only, first matching row, column is status, and waiting, all right? Now, in order to actually get these links for your content, what you want to do is go to Google Drive. Okay, so I'm here on Google Drive, and what I've done is I've just made a new folder. So come up here to new folder, and then create your new folder with all the content that you want to be posted, okay? Once you've made your folder, click on and you're inside of it, click on the name right here, and then click share. Now what you want to do is switch this from restricted to anyone with the link, and then hit done. That's going to make sure that n8n can actually access and Blotato can actually access the files, okay? So you can fill this with all the content that you want. So for example, I have example clips here of ASMR. And these videos are in the 9:16 vertical format. Okay. And so now that I have them uploaded in here, what you want to do so that we can fill this with the links for the content that we're going to post is select all your content that you put in, right click, share, and then click copy links. Okay. Now we're going to go to ChatGPT and we're going to go Control V and we're going to say, give me a table of these links. Only one column. Enter. So you could have 20 links in there, however many. And as you can see right here, now we can just come here, click copy table. And then now we have links for Google Drive that we can paste into our spreadsheet much easier. Okay. So here we are in the spreadsheet. So we can just click here. Let's say these are your links of your content. And then we can just go Control V. Now it likes to put a name, so we just delete that. And then you can hold Shift to select both of these, Control X. Then you can click here and press Control V to paste and move them up. Okay, so now you have your files in your spreadsheet already. So for the status, make sure that they all say waiting, right? And you can select them all, paste. Make sure they all say waiting because they're not posted yet. And you can click on it to see what it's about. So ASMR2, let's say for ASMR2, I wanted whatever title, right? And then for YouTube, right? And then for the caption, I wanted whatever caption, right? So for these ones, I put enjoy this ASMR, whatever. And then you can click this one. Okay, this is what this video is about. And then write the title and the caption and go through for all your content that you want automatically posted. So I've already done that. So I'm going to delete these because I already have my 2 example videos in there. So now you have your content ready. You have your spreadsheet with your titles and your captions. So what we're going to do is we're going to come back into n8n. Once you are done connecting your content, now you can go to Blotato. So there's a link here. There's also a link in the description. And so just open this node up and you have to connect your credential. So once you are on Blotato, signed in and everything, you can come down here to settings on the bottom left and then click on API up here. Now you can just click here to copy your API key. It might ask you to create one first. Then just click copy. Let's go back to n8n. I'm going to click here, create new credential, and then we can just paste it in right here and click save. And then your Blotato will be authenticated. Now that should also automatically work for the other nodes. If it doesn't, just come up here to credential and you can click on what you just saved. So now you have to decide which platforms you actually want. So if we go to Blotato, you can come to accounts here. And to connect your accounts, what you have to do is sign into them in your browser. So you would just open a new tab and sign in like normal. And then all you have to do is come here. So if I signed into Instagram on Google Chrome, once I'm signed in, I just come here to log in with Instagram and it makes it much quicker. You just click authenticate and it's automatically going to connect that to Blotato. As you can see down here, we have Cohen.automates, Cohen.clone, and then they're connected. So you can do that for all the accounts that you want. So once you've done that for the accounts that you want, let's go back to n8n and you can just click this little power button above what platforms you want. So you can also just delete it completely if you don't want. Like let's say you don't want Facebook, you can deactivate it or delete the node. So let's go into each one here. So if we open TikTok, we have the credential, right? Post, create TikTok, and you can choose the account that you want right here. This is going to get the caption from the spreadsheet. We've got the media URL. You've also got some other options here for TikTok. Same for YouTube. I also added this option, like the made for kids option. I added that and then turned it off because YouTube typically wants that information. And then Instagram, same thing. And then just come down here to this spreadsheet and just double check that this is all connected properly. So your credential that you used from the last one. Sheet within document, append or update row. Make sure it's the same document, right? The same one. Sheet, map each column manually. Column to match on, I did URL, so it will match the URL and then change the status to posted in the sheet. And this is important because if we come to the sheet here, it's going to return only first matching row. So it's looking for the status of waiting. So it'll update it to posted, so it won't go back and post the same thing again. So this will be updated to posted, and then it will go to the next one and post that one, right? So that is the workflow all done. You can come into the schedule trigger right here and choose how often. So hours, right? Like you can do 3 hours every 4 hours, however much you want. Or you can do days, once a day at midnight. And then up here, you just got to switch this to active, and your workflow will be active and actively posting to all of the platforms automatically. So that's how to do it with a spreadsheet that either has content that you manually put into it or was put into it by a workflow. So now what we're going to walk through is if you already have a workflow, so one built for my channel, right, or wherever, how to connect Blotato to that to post to 9 platforms from there. So this is one from my channel. This is the HeyGen Clone personal brand. You can find a free guide on how to build this on my channel. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy this part. So wherever your workflow is, you want to identify where the file is finished. So it's typically after the final get video node in your whole workflow, right? It's the same with the Bigfoot one that I have. The final get video node in the whole workflow is where the video is done. So we're going to copy this. We're going to go like this, Control C. And we're going to bring this back to where we imported the Blotato workflow. And then we're going to click and go Control V. So now that we have this, what I'm going to do is whatever workflow you have, this is the same. Hold Control on your keyboard and then click on, I think it might be Command on Mac. Click on all of the nodes, okay? Control C, and then click over here and go Control V. So now what we're going to do is look at this. This is why I love n8n. You just plug this right in. You just plug it right into Blotato, just like that. So there's a few things we have to change, of course. But now we have our content workflow automatically making us content, and then we can connect it to 9 platforms at once. So this one produces a clone of me, but there is a few things we need to add. So that's what I'm going to show you right now. So what I'm going to do is I am going to hit plus here because these nodes now, they don't have access to a title or a caption. So we need to make agents to do that. So I'm going to add right here, I'm going to add an AI agent. Okay. Again, if you don't know how to do this, I have a beginner guide on my channel. So I'm going to go kind of quickly through this. But if you're not sure, I have that beginner guide. Okay. So I'm going to add an agent, right? Chat model is Anthropic. I'm going to call this one title. We're going to add a system message to tell it what to do. Prompt is write. This is for YouTube in particular. Write a title. Write a title. Okay. And then we're also going to add another one. AI agent. This one's going to be called caption. Define below. Write a caption. Not sure why this is being slow. System message. There we go. And chat model, the same. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I am going to just disable these really quickly so that I can run this workflow through so that we can get our video. So if you have multiple triggers, make sure to disable one. I'm going to run this through and I'll be back when this video is done. Okay, so the video has been created by the workflow. Now what we're going to do, I'm going to reactivate all of these. And the way this particular workflow works, and most of the ones that I build, is they have a script or a prompt for the video. So what we can do is we can come here into the title. We can say, you write titles for YouTube videos. I'm not sure why n8n is being so slow, but let's see if it, there we go. You write titles for YouTube videos. Okay, I'm going to write this in a notepad so that it's not slow. You write titles for YouTube videos. Keep them short and punchy. Use inspiration from here for what to write the titles about, colon. The reason we're saying that is because we're going to copy this, put this in n8n. Hopefully your n8n is running better than mine. Go to expression. I'm going to open this up. Use inspiration from here for what to write titles about. So if we come back to the script writer and drag the output of what the video is about right there, now if we test this out, we have a title here. So let's say, okay, I don't want the quotations on there. Don't use quotations, just use plain text, right? Refining. There you go. Now you have a title and you can modify the system message to critique it to what kind of titles you want. But now we have a title right there. So then what we can do is we can copy this exact same thing, Control C, put that into the caption writer. Again, expression, paste that in, same thing. I'm going to just change this to captions. You write captions for short form content. Write a caption. Done. It's already going to grab it from the script writer. Now if we execute that, okay, we have our, so I don't like these little spaces in it. So let's just say, don't use the quotations, just plain text. Make it 2 sentences only. Execute step. Boom, done, caption. Now we have our title and our caption. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna reactivate the upload to Blotato. We're gonna go to TikTok. Make sure we upload the video first, actually. So if we open this up, this is the media URL that was referencing the spreadsheet. So we actually have to change this. So I'm gonna delete that. Find in your workflow wherever the final video is. So for us, it's on this if node. We come here, video URL. Drag that right here. This is our final video. Now it's going to use that file to upload to Blotato. So if we execute that node, now that's been uploaded to Blotato and it's ready to go to the platforms, but we're not done yet. We got to go into TikTok. Text, this means the caption. So I'm going to delete that. Come to our caption agent and drag that in there. Okay, and then do this for all of your nodes. So now the caption is going to come directly from what the video is about, which is pretty freaking awesome. Instagram, same thing. Caption from the agent, boom. YouTube, text. Caption from the agent, boom. Then here's the video title. Title agent, title, boom. Done. Now it's going to dynamically change for each post. And that should be it. can also just delete this. Like, you don't need that unless you want to track it. Or you have like a spreadsheet in here already. I don't for this one. So why don't we test this out so that I can show you guys that it works. So let's test out each one of these. Execute that. Execute Instagram. And execute YouTube. There we go. All right, so I'm here on YouTube. As you can see, here is the title, which was made by the agent. We've got the caption there for the short as well. Same thing here.
Most people
caption. Same thing here on Instagram. Caption from the agent. All right. If you want to learn how to make that clone workflow, again, it's on my channel as well. That's everything for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this useful and helpful. And I would like to leave you guys with a little reminder. There is only 3 ways that someone can find out about you. It's either you send them a message, so cold outreach or warm outreach, someone you know or someone you don't know. You post content and they see you, or you pay for ads. Those are the only ways. So we are focused on this channel. We're focused on content, right? That is the way that we get attention so that we can monetize it. Using Blotato, you can automate that process and it just makes things a whole lot easier. So if you want to stay up to date on AI content, you can subscribe. And I also have a free Telegram in the description for more free value like this. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you later.